So, what do you say to people? Relationships seem to be a big part of success. You write about it in the book, a successful life. Uh, Relationships can be hard for leaders. Relationships in an organization can be hard for leaders.
Yeah.
What's your advice or suggestions for
Yeah.
them?
I think first understand that the unintended consequences of success of any sort, whether you're a middle school principal or a CEO of a Fortune 100 company, is to isolate you. And you have to be proactive to break out of that. That's why this group in New York is so important, because it's a group of peers, and the rules are we're not all trying to impress each other with all the great philanthropies and things we're doing. This is all about how do you access greater meaning in your life. So I'd say step one is to realize that I need a friend. I need a couple people. And once you understand that, as there are men's group in the church. I'm a part of a fellowship group every Friday with some guys, and we meet. And then I have the monthly group in New York. But to realize this is not optional, Dan. We are made for relationships. A lot of time in the marriage ceremony that you hear that verse from Genesis is often quoted. It's not good for a man to be alone. Well, that's true in life. It isn't that we always think of it in the marriage context, but it's not good. One of my favorite verses is Ecclesiastes 4, chapter 9 through 11. It says, two are better than one, for they have a good reward for their toil. For if one falls, the other will lift him up. But woe to him who's alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. That's 3,000 years ago. This is wisdom. This is timeless wisdom. I haven't met anybody yet that doesn't need a relationship. So I'd say first for a CEO to realize an occupational hazard is disconnection and loneliness. That Inc. study of 3,000 CEOs a few years ago said half of them self-reported that they felt acutely lonely. Of that half, 64% said they're making bad decisions because they have nobody in their life they can trust. So if that, think about it, Dan, in any other category of life, if those stats came back, you would say, wow, that's a business problem. Yeah. But because particularly men are in the dominant role in business, they're petrified of that problem, so they run from it. They don't want to get near this thing. But I say to them, guys, and I'm working at both ends of the food chain with my MBAs and the other. I say, guys, MBA guys, this is a moment in your life when you can learn a language of the heart. Women understand this, men not so much. So to learn how to really share and I talk about this in the book, our point of identity with others is our weakness, our fears, our setbacks, our struggles. It doesn't turn people off. They're drawn to that when you're authentic and when you're really real and touchable.